First, video of the year, and we're starting it with negativity. Maybe I just have rom-com fatigue or something, but I've never been more exhausted and frustrated with a show in my young life. This show is just a bunch of tropes lazily thrown together without much consideration at all. It's uninteresting, unbelievably predictable, and hollow. I could go on and on about Goda Rhymes' constant shocked expression as soon as anything happens. She's like a deer in headlights. She moves like it's her first time alive. She can't do anything without getting hurt. Which, by the way, is such a lazy way of creating chemistry between two characters I'm supposed to believe love or are falling in love with each other. Or the lack of depth in any of these characters, despite the countless attempts at conjuring something out of thin air. The lazy conclusion to the conflict they had literally been building up for the entire show. The unnecessary addition of Ji Hyuk losing his memories, literally in the last episode when we're supposed to be tying up loose ends. The fact that they were allergic to permanent consequences, which would have actually elevated the show. But I guess this isn't only a problem Dynamite Kiss suffers from. It's also way too long, and for it being that long, you'd hope they would use that time to develop any of their characters. But alas, I expected too much. One thing you'll always hear me saying is that these shows need to be shorter. That allows for all the unnecessary side couples and filler episodes to disappear. They literally add nothing to the story. Towards the latter part of the series, I had already figured out exactly how the conflict would be resolved an entire 3 episodes before it proceeded to pan out exactly as I predicted. I, as a viewer, shouldn't be able to figure out how your story ends before I get there. I, as a viewer, should not be able to predict exactly how scenes will pan out. Because you couldn't be bothered to alter the tropes you're using. I could practically see their script at this point. In fact, I might as well have been in that writing room with how predictable it was. There are people that love predictable shows. I am clearly not one of them, but regardless of whether you enjoy copy and paste series, this was a lazy attempt at a romance. It was a hassle to finish, but we do have some standout performances from Gong Ji Hyuk's sister and assistant manager. The parents, the mother TF team, and the team leader of the marketing team. In shows as bland as this, you just end up rooting for the villains. I wish his sister had booted Ji Hyuk. It's not like it actually would have mattered, he's loaded. I also wish that Darim was actually a spy because that would actually make the show interesting. There'd actually be stakes and something to actually worry about. They could have gone into fresh territory, for me at least, and tackled how a disgraced chaebol gets back into the industry. But of course, since we're allergic to entertainment, we got this boiled chicken series. Also, did she find her sister? What even happened to that plot point? Does it just not matter anymore because romance? Don't mistake this critique as me calling the writers incompetent. I actually think they're talented and quite creative. The start of the show was very entertaining, and that can't just come out of nowhere. So there is creativity there. It just got lost during the process. Anyway, the writer's laziness contributed to the show's downfall. Happy New Year to everyone watching. I hope this year treats you well. Love you.